Do you ever wonder what separates the bad dispensaries to the good dispensaries and the good dispensaries to the great dispensaries? What the difference is between making $10,000 a day to $100,000 a day? Well, what I've done is I've scoured the internet to figure out exactly what makes the best dispensaries the best dispensaries. And in this video, I'm gonna walk you through the 4 things that the best dispensaries do differently from everyone else. Let's hop right into it. So number 1, service. It's the key to customer loyalty. Friendly and helpful staff make customers want to return. Great service leads to positive reviews, and poor service can push customers to competitors. So we can see here the differences between these 2 reviews. So Anthony here says, always my go-to dispensary. Budtenders are very knowledgeable and always willing to help with any questions I have, and the curbside employees are friendly and efficient. Keep up the good work. On the flip side, horrible service, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. I buy multiple ounces every month with them. Today, they wanted to disrespect me as a loyal customer. I have the beginner strategies and then the advanced level strategies that I'm gonna walk through for each of the 4 different criteria to make your dispensary the elite level that we're looking to try and make it. So the beginner level, very foundational. Train your staff to greet customers with a smile and create a friendly and welcoming atmosphere in your store. The advanced level would be to remember the customer names and preferences. So, you know, when you go to the barber or the hair salon, or you go to the local bar and you just say, yep, just give me my regular, same thing, yes. So you reduce the bandwidth, the mental load your customer needs to understand when they hop into the store. So if you know they have specific preferences on different strains, on new product drops, it's a great way for you to build the rapport and then also upsell them if you feel like it's a valuable thing to upsell them on. Don't just upsell them to make more money. And obviously remembering customer names, it's the most beautiful word in the dictionary to them. 2 is training employees with real world scenarios so they can handle customer questions and concerns professionally. So this is very important. You don't just hire a budtender, and even if they have years of experience, just thrust them into the deep end. You figure out, maybe you have your end of day team member meetings, or you have your direct report from your general managers, whatever it is. You're going to have to figure out what are the most difficult questions and concerns that your budtenders typically get. And then you go through and role play that exactly with them. So you prepare them for the future scenario. So then they can handle the customer questions and concerns the way that you want them to. The last one is set up a loyalty program that repeats visits and referrals. So by having a loyalty program, you further incentivize your customers to keep on coming back, which is one of the biggest things. If you don't have your customers coming back to your business, it's a losing game. There was a situation a little while ago where, you know, a client was asking me to help them rank their website. We got them ranking number 1. All is great. Fast forward, 18 months into the future, they said, hey, Brandon, our sales is dropping. Can you take a look? I'm like, okay, sure. Their ranking was doing well. Their traffic was doing all right. But when I took a closer look at their sales data, 70% of people who ended up purchasing from their store the first time did not purchase the second time. So no matter what magic wand that you have to bring in as many people from a marketing standpoint, if you don't have people coming back to your business, it's an absolute losing game. The second one is you want to create a good vibe. So what is the experience? So we have the customer service, and then we also have the experience. A clean and organized store makes customers feel comfortable. Long wait times or a messy space can drive people away. People don't like waiting at all. And a smooth and enjoyable shopping experience encourages repeat visits. So this review from Michelle: fast service, no wait, knowledge, and helpful tender, right? All of the things that go into driving 5-star review for your dispensary. On the flip side, 1 star from Kevin here says, I would caution anybody considering this establishment. The environment feels divisive with excessively loud music featuring offensive language and an overwhelming focus on controversial social and political topics. It seems unwelcoming to certain individuals, and the management's behavior raises concerns about fairness and professionalism. Proceed with caution. So before I go into the beginner and the advanced steps, you can clearly see that this is a very polarizing environment, and this can sometimes play into your favor. I always tell people, if you're trying to make everybody happy, you're going to make nobody happy. So you're going to need to play into the demographics of the customers that you serve. So while this dispensary might have loud music and they might have a very strong political stance, right? If you're in an area where that vibes with specific customers, that might be a 6-star out of 5 or a 10-star out of 5. So you need to make sure to take these with a grain of salt in that if you are creating an experience for the existing customer that you're trying to target, this doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. Because on the flip side, if somebody loves this music, has a similar political stance, then this might actually turn into a very powerful customer relationship. What you need to do next is that you need to make sure your store is easily visible from the street/plaza. Sometimes your dispensary might not be in the most ideal location, so you want to make sure it's easily visible, because the worst thing you do is type in your business on Google Maps, you go into this plaza, and now I've parked on the wrong side of the parking lot because I couldn't find your store. The second one, keep your store clean, tidy, and easy to navigate. And then you want to reduce wait times by improving the checkout process and having enough staff available. So again, these are all foundational things. You should have these in place regardless. So the advanced level is that you want to improve your shopping experience by using lighting, music, and scents to create a welcoming atmosphere. So I went to a restaurant very recently, and I was there just right before kind of that lunch dinner transition happened, and I noticed that they changed up the music slightly, they brought down the lights, and they created a different ambiance because it was a little bit darker outside. So by no means do you need to stick to one sort of experience. I had a podcast interview with a dispensary owner a little while ago, and they said that they changed the music based on the time of day. At the beginning of the day, maybe it was top 40, just kind of chill music. And then towards the end of the night, it was, higher BPMs, let's say, and the lighting changed a little bit. So whatever it is, you want to create the welcoming atmosphere for the customers that you serve. I'm creating this YouTube video for you, and it's going to be super general because I don't know your exact situation, but you're going to want to make sure that you create your shopping experience catered towards the audience that you're trying to sell to. Using a digital check-in system or a self-checkout kiosk to reduce long lines, up to you. Self-checkout kiosks can be used in very high volume environments, but maybe you want more touch points between you and the customer so that you can continue developing that rapport. The third one is in analyzing customer flow and then feedback to improve store layout and then remove problem areas. So this kind of goes back into this right here. It's where training employees with real world scenarios is very important. And here you can analyze the customer flow and feedback. So additionally, talking with your customers, you'll be able to get a better idea of how your store should be laid out. What are the problem areas? Where are customers struggling to find products? Maybe you have too many products on your digital menu. Maybe you don't have enough. So by doing this, you help increase that overall customer experience that then lays on top of the customer service that you should be providing, really, really well. Hey, very quickly, if you're enjoying this video, I have something very special for you. In the links in the description below, you can check out the workbook that goes along with this specific video. It includes checklists, summaries, and a step-by-step action plan to take your dispensary to the next level. In addition to this, I have a cool little bonus where when you download your workbook, you'll have access to all the previous workbooks I've created, and then also all the future workbooks I'm going to create. So you're going to want to get it in the description below. Now back to the video. The third one, pricing, right? You need to find the right balance though, right? You can't have the cheapest product and you can't have the most expensive product. So a few things to know is that competitive pricing drives and attracts customers, but pricing too low can obviously hurt profits. So discounts and loyalty programs encourage repeat business, and transparent pricing builds trust with customers. So here you can see William is not very happy. What a scam. This place has some of the highest prices I've ever seen. Really not worth. I decide not to buy because things weren't clear. Then they refund me, but they keep the processing fee even though I made no purchase. Scam, watch out, they will rip you off. Joseph on the other side says, paying a premium, sure, but the quality is always consistent, as is their service. Worth the drive and upsell versus other local facilities with shoddy and questionable products. So look, both scenarios. We have one customer who is very happy paying the premium because they get a better service, they get a better experience. We have William on the other hand, which decides that the pricing is not worth it at all. The pricing is way too high. So you need to make sure you find the right balance again with the demographic that you serve, the city that you're in, the state that you're in, and then obviously what else you're offering around the whole customer environment. So what you need to do, beginner level, just research competitor pricing to stay competitive while maintaining profit margins. So if you have a competitor that's 5 miles away or 2 miles away, you can't have the most expensive product every single time, right? Or else everyone is going to go to that competitor regardless. The second one is that make sure your pricing is clearly displayed and easy to understand. So in some areas you can test out including including the tax in the overall price. I know that's a strategy that some dispensary owners have been using, just saying, hey, the tax is included in the overall price. This is what you get. There are also some dispensaries who, obviously cash is a big thing in this space, that actually take the ATM fee and they reduce the cost of the product, right? Again, you're gonna have to figure out what your margins are, but we can see very clearly based on the surrounding package that you provide with the product that you're offering, some people are definitely willing to pay the premium price. Advanced level, use real-time data to adjust pricing based on demand and seasonal trends, right? So different products are going to go gangbusters at different times of the season. Summertime, you're going to have different products than wintertime. Fall time is going to be different from springtime. So using real-time data, you're going to be able to adjust your pricing based on demand. 2, you want to offer tiered pricing to reward bulk purchases or membership customers. And then 3, you want to analyze competitor promotions and adjust your pricing strategy accordingly to stay competitive. So a lot of this is based on real world pricing, and it's going to be very difficult to always look at your competitors. And I'm not saying look at your competitors and do what they do. Absolutely don't do that. But you need to get an idea of what the market is looking like, right? Like, what is the market, right? Just like you have your stocks and your bonds and whatever it is, not to get too much in that world, but you need to figure out what is the value of the product that you're selling, and how can you make sure that the value of what you're providing exceeds the value of what the customers think they're paying for. They're going to gladly pay the difference, right? So if I say every single time you watch this video, I'm going to give you a Ferrari, you're going to watch every single one of my videos. Obviously, I'm taking that to the absolute extreme, but what is the value that you can provide to your customers to make sure that they keep on coming back without them thinking that you're scamming them because you have some of the highest prices, right? You need to have a better gift wrapper because the wrapping matters. Absolutely. You ever give a gift to somebody and you just hand it to them? No, you wrap it in something, and the perceived value ends up getting a lot higher, and then you can command a lot better prices for your dispensary. This goes absolutely without saying, and it's definitely last, but it's not least, it's product. Quality and selection matter. So some things to know. Customers expect high quality cannabis products, depending on where you are, maybe lab tested. There's some stuff going around about mold remediation. So these are some things that you might want to educate your customers about. Offering a variety of products help meet different customers' needs. And then trust in product quality builds customer loyalty. So as before, Randy here says, incredible deals, epic shop, premium products, damn good medicine. So very good product, even says premium. So you can tell that this is a customer who's probably more than likely open to spending a little bit more money for a premium product. On the right hand side, Michael says, best cannabis store I've entered, but I got 14 grams of dank wafers by Dankcraft, and it was possibly the worst weed I've smoked in a long time. No taste, black burning, always going out, dry. Make sure to ask questions with budtenders before purchasing. So this is a big problem going on in the dispensary world about the whole suppliers and the inventory that you get, because a lot of times you can't exactly see what you're getting and then what you're selling to the customer. But absolutely, even though it's not your fault that the product is bad, it is absolutely your responsibility to the customer, because the customer doesn't care where it came from. It just like literally where it came from. The customer cares where they bought it from. So you need to make sure that your products are up to snuff, and you need to discuss with your vendors any of these issues and essentially get these solved as fast as you possibly can. So what you need to do is beginner level, work with trusted suppliers to ensure high quality products. You want to keep your inventory updated with popular and in-demand items, and then you want to train staff on basic product knowledge, including different strains and their effects. So the advanced level of this is you want to use data, always data, to track customer buying trends and adjust your inventory accordingly. You want to offer exclusive or limited time products to create excitement and increase sales. And then you also want to train staff to give advanced product recommendations, such as explaining terpene profiles and effects. One thing, and this isn't even advanced, this is beginner level, it's pay your suppliers on time, right? Because they're going to make sure that if something does go wrong, and believe me, things go wrong all the time, they're going to want to make sure that the product is up to snuff and that you have somebody to talk to. If you're the company that doesn't end up paying your suppliers and your vendors and your wholesalers and whatever it is, they're not going to really care, right? So you're going to want to make sure that you get in touch with your suppliers, pay them on time, and build up that good relationship. And the thing is about product quality, it is also determined based on how it's communicated to the customer as well. And I say this all the time, we're still in a very new industry, especially compared to the beer and the wine and all that stuff, right? People don't exactly know what they're getting. They're getting something, they want to feel a certain way, but they don't exactly know the product and why it's of high quality and what to necessarily look out for. So even though you think the product may speak for itself, there's not a lot of people out there that are going and saying, okay, well, this week I tested product A and I'm going to test it on product C and I'm going to figure out the differences between the two. You need to properly educate your customer and tell them exactly why these products are high quality and the things that you do to make sure that your quality stays top of the top. Lastly, to very quickly summarize, here are the key takeaways. 1, great customer service builds loyalty and encourages referrals. A clean, well-organized store creates a better shopping experience. Offering high-quality products that meet customer needs improves sales and trust. Smart pricing strategies help balance profitability and customer satisfaction. Regularly reviewing customer feedback and sales data helps your business grow and stay competitive. So what you need to do next is that you need to find the weakest area in your dispensary. Is it service? Is it experience? Is it product? Is it pricing? And make a step-by-step plan to improve it. You'll be able to figure this out by looking at your own Google reviews, seeing where you excel, talking to your own customers to see where maybe some of your weaknesses are. And then you have to make sure step-by-step you make these 1% improvements day after day, week over week, month over month. Next, you want to set up a system to collect and analyze customer feedback. A lot of times people just want to send out a little survey on email and saying, hey, give me some survey information. But get inside your store, talk to your customers, or at least talk to your bud tenders. Ask your bud tenders what your customers are saying, what are their pain points, what are products they're looking for, so that you can provide an overall better shopping experience for them. And lastly, just regularly review and adjust your strategies based on performance and customer input. This is a massive piece, customer input. Talk to your customers, see what problems they have, solve the problems they have, and rinse and repeat. And you're going to do better than 99% of the people out there. So I hope you can take away, or I hope you have taken away some really good things. I hope you got a lot of value from this video. I'll talk to you guys later. See you. Bye. Hey, according to YouTube, this is the best next video for you. Go ahead and click it now.